I'm completely erasing two of my oldest budget lines, and I'm kind of terrified. One could literally make me thousands of free dollars from my company, and the other means I might finally have to learn how to actually have fun with money. This is either my smartest money move yet or my biggest mistake. Let's find out. And if you're new here, my name is Rachel. I live in the Tampa Bay area and I rent this lovely apartment I'm so grateful for. I'm an empty nester. Both of my girls are gone and done and doing their own thing. They are 20, almost 21, and the other one is 23. I can't even believe it. It's so crazy. I'm also a dog mom to a cute little French bulldog. I'm a corporate employee and I make about $70,000 a year prior to taxes. Paid off my car in 2023. I do have some debts. I have credit card debt and I have about $3,900 of credit card debt, and we are going to pay that off by the end of the year if it kills me. I also have some student loan debt with a balance of about $89,500. Laptop. I got my laptop here so we can go over the budget. Let's go over it. Y'all, changes are happening rapidly around here. It's literally insanity. It's great news. It's all great news. Crazy changes day by day. I'm changing my mind on things that I want to do with my budget and stuff. So let's get into it, because what am I changing this page period? Like I said at the top of the video, I am a corporate salary employee and make $70,000 a year prior to taxes. My company does a 401k match of 4.11%. And I have a Fidelity account. I opened my 401k earlier this year around February. I initially started contributing 2% because I was trying to dig out myself from this hole of credit card debt, figure out what I'm doing with my student loans, build up a high yield savings account. Literally, this year has been so transformational for my finances in a positive direction. I'm far from where I want to be, but I'm so much further along than I was when I first started doing the budgeting last year. But I'm so much further even from just the beginning of this year. So now things have changed. We still have a long way to go, like I said, but things are changing literally every single day. So recently, I changed my 401k contribution from 2% to 4% because, I don't know, in my head, I thought my company was only matching 2%. Don't know where I got that from. Don't know where I read that. Maybe I was delusional. But I went back and looked at my annual little bonus paperwork thing, COLA increase that I signed. And I was like, I really swear that it's more than 2%. So I went back and I was like, oh, it's 4.11%. And so I was like, okay, I think I'm in a place where I can start to think about increasing my 401k contribution. So I went from 2% to 4%. And I still felt a little uneasy about that because I was like, oh, I want to go to 4.11% to get the full match. And then I started thinking about it over the since last pay period, because last pay period, I brought home $1,930.48, and that's with the 4% contribution. And then since then, I was like, I'm going to increase it. You can't do 4.11 because Fidelity only lets you do whole numbers. So now my 401k contribution is 5% every time I get paid. Then I have my taxes, and the $200 that was going into my high yield savings account to get me to my $12,000 goal. We're changing that too. The $200 is still going somewhere. I still have a direct deposit at my company, when I get paid, direct deposit to my bank account to budget with, and then my 401k, taxes, and then direct deposit into my Fidelity account to contribute more to my Roth IRA. So normally I do $40 every time I get paid into my Roth IRA, which is $20 a week. But now we're changing it and we're going to do $400 a month. So every time I get paid, the $200 that was going to my high yield savings account is now going to my Roth IRA. And then as soon as I get done paying off my credit cards, my paychecks from this job, my big girl corporate job, is going to also be going to my Roth IRA. So I'll be contributing to my Roth IRA about $1,000. It's going to be about $900 a month. So I still have all of my YouTube earnings are going directly still into my high yield savings account. I haven't separated it out for how much is going towards taxes. So far this year, I've earned about the same amount as I earned last year, or maybe even a little bit less in 2025 than I earned in 2024 from YouTube. So I'm not thinking anything crazy is going to happen, and I'm going to have to worry about taxes too much. Last year for taxes, I did a payment plan. I filed early enough that I was able to make 2 payments to the IRS before the April 15th deadline, or whatever the freaking deadline is these days. I don't know. I thought they changed it years ago. So I'm not quite sure. But anyway, before the April 15th deadline, I made my payment finally in full of about $500 that I owed last year. So I'm guessing it's going to be relatively similar. I'm not quite sure because my 401k, Roth IRA, high yield savings account, like some things are changing, but there's nothing crazy amounts in there besides my high yield savings account. But I've only earned maybe $400 for the entire year in interest on that account. So I don't know how much that's going to change, but taxes is a whole different tangent that we will go. That's a road we'll go down later on. Anyway, I always get friggin' stuck on these dang tangents. I'm so sorry. But anyway, long story short, I am now contributing 5% to my 401k. Then I have my taxes, and then $200 is going to my Roth IRA, which I will be reinvesting into ETFs. That's something scary because right now I'm normally putting $20 a week in there. So I'll put all my ETFs on the screen so you guys can see, but I think I have about 5 now. I had more a few weeks ago, but about a month ago, I decided to sell some and reinvest those funds back. Before I was like, oh, it's only $20. I'll put it in this one, I'll put it in this one, I'll put it in this one. And now that I have so many more, I'm like, what the heck? I'm going to have to actually be really diligent about how I'm investing these. And I don't know how to pick from the 5 I have. Do I just rotate? Like this $200 goes into this one. The next one goes to the next one. And then I keep rotating throughout the entire year until I don't know right now. I haven't figured that out. I'm thinking about rotating and making it even every time my $200 goes into my Roth IRA. I pick one, then I go down to the next one, and then I rotate through the list again. Let me know if you guys think that's smart. I mean, it's still going to be going in there, and I feel like what I have picked out of the 4 or 5 that I have right now are pretty decent. I don't think they overlap. I mean, they might overlap a little bit, but I don't think they overlap a crazy amount. And then I'm kind of thinking, I don't know. So many thoughts about my ETFs, and I don't know what I'm doing because I'm not a professional and I'm just a regular person. Long story short, because I like to record these videos before I get paid so that way I have time to edit and everything, because before I used to record these on payday and record, edit, and I would be up so late at night. It was ridiculous. So I like to give myself a few days to edit. So I don't know exactly how much I'm going to get paid, but I'm guesstimating last time I got $1,930.48, and I only changed to my take-home pay is another % going into my 401k. So I'm guessing it's going to be somewhere around the 1930 mark. Obviously less, because another % went into my 401k, but hopefully nothing less than like $1,900, because we're barely scraping by at this point, I feel like. But, you know, it's all good things that I want to contribute to my retirement. It's really important to me. And yeah, so I don't know what to do about all that. But we're doing what we can. Before we get into all the expenses, don't forget, if you want to budget right along with me and use the exact same spreadsheet I'm using on a Google worksheet, I am selling my budgeting template for $5 a piece. I have set it up so that way you can preview it before you buy it. And the link for my stand store is in the description of this video. So have at it. I've revamped it a little bit. I took it offline for a few weeks. I revamped it. I'm bringing it back. It's on the stand store, available for purchase though, if you like to buy it. And then we are going to go into my expenses now. Okay, let's get into it, y'all. So first expense up is my phone. So this isn't my Visible by Verizon bill. This is for my actual phone itself, because remember a few months, maybe 2 months ago or so, 3 months ago, I bought a new iPhone 16 Pro. Yes. And I'm doing an interest-free payment plan with the firm. And I do plan on paying this off in full as soon as my credit cards are paid. So it's credit cards, this, and my Target money is going to go all to my student loans once I get that all that settled. And hopefully I'll have all this settled before the end of the year. Fingers crossed. I'm going to be really dedicated and diligent about trying to get this all taken care of by the end of the year. So first bill up is my phone, which is $44.84 every single month to a firm. Car insurance is going to be $118 and some change. I forgot to change this. I'm sorry. It still has the one from last month that says $120, but I saw it this morning and forgot to update my budgeting spreadsheet. So I need to do that. But it's a little bit less than what it was last time. Last time was $120.08, and this morning it said $118 and some change. So I need to update this. Electric bill is going down again. Crazy, because this is for this last month and it's been crazy hot outside. So I think what happened is I got that new hot water heater. Remember, my apartment complex came and changed my hot water heater because my other one was leaking. So I got the new hot water heater. I stopped I have a treadmill at my desk over there, and instead of keeping it plugged up all the time, which I was before, just not being not caring, like most people, we just plug up things and we forget about it. So I unplug that when I don't use it. I have a motorized desk also. I keep that unplugged when I'm not using it. And my monitors up there for my work from home station, I keep this turned off when I'm not using them. And I feel like for the most part I was keeping them off, but sometimes I would probably keep them on for a day, and then Saturday I would realize, oh, those are on from work from home day, Friday, and I would turn them off. So I'm trying to be really diligent about, at the end of the day on Friday, that's my work from home day, I turned off my monitors. And so now my bill is going down, because last month my bill was like $144 or something, and now it's going to be $110.49, which I think is pretty appropriate for this size apartment. I'm excited about that. Groceries, I always budget $240 for groceries. That is $120 each week. Someone recently popped in one of my budgeting videos and said that $120 each week for one person is insane. And what can I say? I don't know to tell you. I do eat processed foods a little bit, who doesn't, but for the most part, I do not eat processed foods. Most everything I cook my breakfast at home every single morning. And I eat a big breakfast. You guys know that. I've shared it before. I'll share it again. I love sharing about my breakfast. I love it. Breakfast is my favorite meal time of the day, and I will eat a big meal. And it keeps me full all the way until lunch, so I don't have to worry about that. And then I meal prep at home for lunch and dinner for every single day of the week. The only time that I kind of eat crappy is Saturday and Sunday, because I eat so healthy and clean throughout the week. and it's boring to eat like that every single day of the year. I don't have to tell you, it's just really expensive to get whole foods. Honestly, it is. But also, I have like my skincare, my cleaning products, and I count those things into my grocery budget. Eventually, I think I want to get to a point where I have a monthly skincare, or like maybe not even monthly, like every other month, an allowance to get things that I'm out of. Not to go crazy ham, but if I'm out of something, then I have my own little skincare budget, and then I have my own cleaning product budget, and get really detailed with it. But for now, I just lump it into my groceries. My gas, I always budget $100. That is $40, or that's $50 each week. Yesterday, I filled up my tank, and I was almost, I try not to go below half, because I know that's bad for your transmission or something, fuel pump, to like let it go too low. So I try not to, but yesterday I was kind of low, and I filled it up, and it was like $40 and some change. I was like, literally, I'm almost using all of that $50 for the week. My credit cards, of course, we are budgeting $508.37. If you don't know about my credit card journey, I'll share a little bit. I have 2 credit cards. Both are interest free. Every time I talk about budgeting, somebody says, pay the credit cards off now. There's like so much interest on them. They're interest free right now. We have an entire amortization schedule built out, so that way I'm paying them before the interest kicks in. I hope you're watching to this point of the video where you know that. Obviously, when we get our first paycheck from Target, I think we'll share that in short form. I don't think we'll make a long form video about that, because essentially all of that's going to go to my debts, and I don't know how much I'm getting paid for my first payday, so we'll discuss that when I get paid. But all of this is from my big girl corporate job, if you will. And I split up that $508.37 to $160 goes to my City Simplicity credit card. But this time, this pay period, we're actually going to switch it up, because I forgot about this. Normally, I do put $160 to my City Simplicity credit card, but I checked. My minimum payment on my City Double Cash credit card is about $37. And obviously, I make more than my minimum payments on both my credit cards. But what we're going to do is we have an opportunity to pay off, my City Simplicity credit card, and we never have to see it again. We never have to look at it again. And we're going to pay it off. The balance is $405. And then the rest of that $508.37, which is $103.37, is going to go to my City Simplicity credit card. And by paying off my City, I don't know what I said, but that $103 is going to my City Double Cash credit card. By paying off my City Simplicity credit card off now in September, that means about $50 less, $50 more. However, it's in the positive. I'm too tired to think about that. But my last payment for my City Double Cash credit card was going to be about $380 to pay off the balance for April. And now it's going to be $330 because I switched up this whole payment schedule. So anyway, just know we're paying off the City Simplicity credit card, and we're going to be paying a little bit less on our City Double Cash credit card. But all in all, it's going to work out, because in the end, our final payment for our City Double Cash credit card is less than it was before. And we are going to chop this one down too. I'm so excited. With my payment on this credit card to pay that one off, we will be left with $3,380.37 of credit card debt at the end of September. Well, depending on how much I get paid from Target, which we'll talk about later, like I said. And then after my credit cards, I pay for the subscription to CapCut is $9.99. Scouts meds are $85.22, and that's for her allergy pill that she takes every day. Apple Music, I am really enjoying having having Apple Music back, especially like this morning. I had the windows down, I was listening to my 90s pop music. It was so much fun. I was like, wow, the best era of music ever. My Apple storage is $2.99. And because we're switching up the whole high yield savings account to Roth IRA, I stopped putting $40 every time I get paid into my Roth IRA, and that's going to be my little fun money. And I have never had a budget line for fun money, and I'm really excited about that. I don't know what we're going to be doing with that. So it's going to be $40 of fun money every time I get paid. That's $20 a week. Eventually, I would like to have more because I would like to take myself out on dates. I feel like I'm to this point in my life where I feel comfortable going on dates. I feel comfortable and I want to be married again to the right person if that ever happens. But I'm never going to be that person sitting inside my house. So I don't want to be into this era that I just need to spend money to go outside, and going outside costs money and whatever. But I would like to take myself on a couple of dates. I would like to get to a place where I can revamp my wardrobe, stuff like that, so I feel more confident about who I am when I step outside the house. So lots of things to work on. Lots of things. And because we are bringing the Stan store back with my budgeting template, which shameless plug, don't forget to go pick up your budgeting template. I was selling them for $25. They're only $5. You're getting the same bang for your less buck. Stan store is going to cost me $29 a month. And someone actually bought a budgeting template right before I decided to shut down and revamp things. So basically this one is already paid for. I just need to pull that money out of there. All my expenses total up to $1,301.97. And that means that leaves me with $623.03. And all of that I'm just going to let sit in my bank account because I still need to build up my little emergency fund. Every time I think I'm getting somewhere, I feel like I only have like $400 in there. So I don't know what's happening, but as long as I'm not going into the negatives, that's all I care about. So we're going to put this money back into my checking account and just let it ride there. That's the budget, y'all. So erasing those budget lines wasn't a mistake. It was a strategic upgrade. And now I'm on track to capture my full 401k match, supercharge my Roth IRA, and honestly, that fun money line might be the hardest one to actually figure out how to fully use. If you're ready to make your money work smarter, smash the like button for strategic budget shifts. Subscribe to see if I actually spend my fun money next payday, and comment below the one financial rule you need to break in order to level up. Alrighty, besties, I love y'all, and I will see y'all in the next video. Mwah! Bye!